Okay, so like I said, I am pretty much, I would say 90% with my project with this car. And I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. Overall, well, it took a little bit longer than it should. I'll list out all the vendors and everything I have on the bottom, but I'm gonna try to make this not super long. But just to recap, exterior, I have done, of course, paint correction, and then I did a ceramic coating, and then I did go to MSR Mike's Tent Shop over in Orange, and they hooked me up with a clear raw and tinted front lens. I think I did that on my own, actually, the front lens. But anyways, they did that. The mirror caps I did, so there's a little bit of bubbles. It's not on them, it's actually on me. I did, and then on exterior, I actually did you can see the lip. I have some carbon fiber accent lip. It's not real carbon fiber. I did not want to go real carbon fiber because they always seem to just not wear very well. The clear coat always comes off, so I just didn't want to bother with it. With my other cars, especially the GTR, when there was a lot of heat on the panel on the bottom because I had the black edition, I had to replace it 3 times. Luckily, it was under warranty because that was literally like a $4,000 part. Anyways, it's senseless. But I do have some carbon fiber coming for the interior. So when that comes, probably at the end of March and beginning of April, I'll show you guys that. But exterior-wise, that's what I've done. I did also lower it, as you can kind of tell, it's kind of tightened up from the gap here. And I did get some spacers. I'm running, I believe, 10 millimeters in the front or 8 millimeters in the front, and then 13 in the back or 15 in the back. I gotta double check that. But I just didn't want it to be completely bulking out because I gotta get some better tires. It's not gripping with all the power I'm putting down right now. Also, I did the cheap way. I didn't purchase new wheels. I just plastic dipped my wheels. I think they turned out okay. I didn't think they turned out too bad, so we'll see. Other than that, exterior-wise, and also I did tinted windows. Tinted windows, it's always not a bad thing. I did tinted windows. That's about it on the exterior. The interior, I go over on another episode, but right now, I really just want to focus on mods. So, exterior-wise, that's what I've done. That's everything I've done. I'll do a walk around the car a little bit later. Then from a mod perspective, like I said, I started out with the I started out with JB4. I just really was not happy with it. I know those guys down in Florida is probably not happy with me because I purchased them and then JB4 and so forth. For me, I'm not saying for someone else, for me, it's a 2020. It seems to keep, the throttling was a little jumpy. And I just didn't like that. What I mean by that, it just wasn't always consistent. The throttling just wasn't always consistent, so I didn't like that. So right away I went to MHD. MHD was cool. I had to pay $200 in lock, which I met a great guy down in San Diego. And the mapping, I was more aggressive than JB4. I had to just try it out. I couldn't drive the car, and they had a warrant, a period, a refund, just trying it out. I don't promote that. That's not what I'm here to promote. But at the same time, the software the tune itself cost like $500, and I just couldn't swallow it because at that time I was like, all right, let me see what I can do. So I got rid of the MHD. So I went, when I had the MHD, I think I was in the low 400s. That's what I think I was. That's what I think. In power-wise, I never went to the dyno. I still haven't gone to the dyno, but from what I understand, my car is top, like it was around high 6, maybe breaking 700. Actually, low 700s. High 6s for sure. Edging on that 700, whatever that means. My car now has injectors, 1050. I did the EOS rails kit. I did the Flex kit, the Field Flex Reflex, which gives me the 485 or E50. I just don't have to bother with that. I just go to the station, dump E85. I'm here in California. You know, I have cornfield, so that's that. Originally, I ordered the turbo. Originally, I ordered the pure 800 turbo because I thought it would spool a little bit faster. But due to the pandemic and shortages and whatever else, they just gave me the 850. Really cool hookup. Thank you, Jimmy. I forgot the other guy's name, but I'll look for it. But Jimmy really hooked it up and got it to me in the beginning of January. It was very cool. Got that right away. So with that, I have all my, and then I did, of course, the charge pipe also. The charge pipe because I got the larger turbo. So now I'm with the 850 turbo. And also, like I said in the original, a couple of my original vlogs about this car, I also did the downpipe and I did a custom exhaust. That's what I've done so far to this car, everything to it. And with all of that, with a good tune, which I had Mikey Botti going through Sergio, you know, because I started out reaching out to Mikey Botti, but then he knows that I was working with Studio RSR to put the car together. So he's just like, all right, you know what? To make it easy on me, since you know Serge and whatever else, so they could just connect it all up. So ultimately, I went to Botti, but then Botti just helped me go through Serge, and Serge was nice enough to help me out and to put everything together. And he was the magician he was the guy that put majority of this stuff together. Other than the downpipe and the exhaust and the original kind of the air intake. Oh, I did the air intake also. That's on me. But for the actual install of the pure 850 turbo and the EOS kit, the rails kit, the injectors, and the reflex, that was all by Studio RSR, and the technician was Sergio, which they were great. Let me give props to Studio RSR right now. Those guys really tried to help me out, and I was tight on time because of my impatience. They were tight on time because they had a race to go to, which was Coda, and they still tried to fit me in, but ultimately they were not able to. But they tried, so I got to give them props for that. They really tried. So with that, they finished it up pretty much this earlier this week. But they took a little bit more time, double check items, and got everything together. And here's my car. Right now, I can't even fully tune it yet because I need new tires. Not because they're worn out. These Michelin Pilot Super Sports, it's not holding the power. And like I said, I'm pushing high 6s, edging 7. It's not holding the power. And when I hit it, it literally just, I lose this tail. So I need to go get some new tires. I don't know exactly what I'm going with yet, but I gotta go wider. I'm gonna go 305. After I put those tires in, I'm pretty sure it's still gonna slip a little bit, but then with a little bit better grip, then I can get a better tune, push more power, and really get to that 7 or edging that 7. The car overall, you know, we think that if you put slicks on it and really truly make it a track, it'll break 10. Very, you know, or at least no doubt it's probably low 10 easily right now, from what I understand. So I don't want to, you know, I'm not here to boast, but that's kind of what I'm chasing for, and I'll get to that. I will try that out. But overall, the project so far is pretty. I'm pretty happy with it. The Studio RSI's guys, starting with Sergio, the technician, Dylan, Jack, and also Andre. All 4 of those guys were just spectacular with service. I can't applaud them enough. There were a lot of things said about them on the forums. Don't believe it. These are good guys. They are relocating their shop from Garden Grove to La Habra. So just keep that in mind within the next 2 weeks. But they're super good guys. I did finally meet the owner, who's Robert. I think he also goes by Toby for the guys that actually know him. Another super good dude. Really down to earth, just trying to help people out, really trying to, you know, grow his community. They work on a lot of BMWs from what I understand, from what I can see. So this guy here, it's really a BMW, so I can trust them. They know their stuff, so I would absolutely go to them. Check out the vlogs, you know, give me a feedback, something, you know. Well, I'll keep you posted to see how it drives and everything, but I'm super happy with it, man. I can't say enough. So thank you, Serge. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, the entire crew over at Studio RSR. And if I forget anyone, just, you know, thank you. And also, I don't want to forget the Pure 850 guys, the Pure Turbo guys, Jimmy and crew. Really, thank you a lot. Really, I think that turbo is going to run spectacular on here. I feel it's very linear, very smooth to build up that power. Well, it is ferocious, no doubts about that. It is ferocious. So, you know, that's it. I'll do a walk around a little bit later. So thank you. Stay cool. You know, stay healthy, and please subscribe and